It's been about 2 months since I made the video about the Keychron C2 mechanical keyboard. Since then, I have made the switch to the Cherry MX Silent Reds over from the original Gateron Blue that came installed. Although they are a lot of fun to type on, the Gateron Blue switches does get a little bit annoying for the people around me, I imagine. Also, I wanted to try out a different switch to see how they would feel. In order to make the switch, I wonder how many times I'll be saying this word in this video today. Some of you may be expert at this already and don't need all the step-by-step guide. For you folks, I've left the timestamp down below if you want to jump ahead. I'll join you in a bit. In order to remove the switch, we have to pull out the keycaps using the included tool. You can make your life easier when reinstalling by keeping the keycaps in the same order when removing them. Otherwise, you can refer back to the box when refitting the keycaps later. Once removed, we can tackle the switch itself. Again, this tool is included with the C2 keyboard. This is the point where I stumbled on my first mistake. At first, I was wondering why it was so hard to remove the switch. Perhaps they came out from the factory a little bit tight. I brute force removed 99% of them until I realized I was wrong. There's only 2 ways to grip the switch using the switch puller, and I picked the wrong one. Go figure. Anyway, if you grip the switch the right way, the keys are effortlessly removed and could have saved my fingers from a whole lot of pain. To put the switch back in, no, not this one. As you might have guessed, it's the reverse process. Absolutely make sure the pins are lined up correctly. They can only go in one way and straight down. Don't bend those pins. I accidentally messed one up and the keys wouldn't work afterwards. Luckily, I had a spare one. Whether you like the sound or not is down to your preference. Personally, I do like it. Of course, it's quieter compared to the clicky Gateron Blues. If noise is a concern of yours, these are a great option. But how do they feel? At first, they felt a little bit strange. Let me try and explain. Compared to the clicky tactile blue, these switches are linear and require less force to activate them. I still find myself typing a little harder than necessary when I'm not paying much attention. From time to time, I have to remind myself to ease off and not to press the keys too hard. This is rather strange since the actuation force for the cherries are less than the blues. Over time, I did start to adjust this typing feel and get less fatigue when using the silent red switches. There are a couple of issues that I like to point out, however. The Cherry MX switch casing isn't transparent compared to the Gaterons, which means the RGB effect isn't as pronounced. I thought the LEDs wasn't working at all at the beginning, but thankfully they are visible in really dark environments, which is the key point for me personally. I did some research and found Cherry actually makes a version called the Silent Pink. From the looks of it, it should let more light come through with its clear casing. I did try and look for them, however not many places seem to sell them. If full-on bright RGB disco lights is important to you, the Silent Reds might not be your best choice. The other slightly more annoying issue I have noticed is the dreaded pinging noise. Perhaps the Gateron Blues had it too, but they were so clicky and loud that I didn't actually hear them before, whereas now on some keys I can definitely hear it. I will try and silence them by lubing and or adding film to them to see if it will make a difference at some point. If you know a surefire way of fixing this, please let me know down below. Sadly, these switches are not perfect out of the box, even at its higher cost compared to the standard non-silent version. I have a feeling I'm digging deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole when it comes to modding keyboards. But anyway, on to the good points and the summary. There are many switch options on the market. Some people even mix and match their own ones together. With that being said, this is a nice starting point or for those that don't want to spend too much money for a nice silent linear smooth option. I think overall the Cherry MX Silent Reds are a nice options to start with. There are a few issues like the pinging sound I mentioned, but as it stands, based on my limited exposure to the world of Switch mods, I do like them. I'll probably find something else in the future, but that's for another time. At least I don't feel compelled to swapping them back to the Gateron Blues. In any case, my name is Joe. It just leaves me to say a huge thank you for watching. If you liked this video or found it useful, perhaps you could give me a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe for more content like this. If not, consider watching these videos that YouTube suggests. I'll hopefully see you in the next video.